So this right here is the brand new SsangYong Rexton, and it's probably the best value for money big off-road SUV that you can buy. And so today we're going to go through its paces in the off-road area just over there, here at our only country's circuit, Slovakia Ring. So let's go ahead, let's see what it can do in the off-road, and let's do it. Alright, so here we go. So with this rotating knob here, we can choose between the two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive and four-wheel drive lock. We cannot do anything else. Otherwise, from the off-road, what we can do, we can turn the traction control system off, and we have the hill descent control. So these are the off-road features that we get in this SsangYong Rexton. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna heat our seat to make ourselves feel comfortable. We're gonna put it in the four-wheel drive high, and here we go. So as you can see, the weather is absolutely as it should be in off-road. It's raining, it's muddy. So let's see how we're gonna go through these obstacles. So first of all, we're gonna try this depart angle. Wow, so okay. So this is the first obstacle, and SsangYong had absolutely no problem with it whatsoever. We're gonna go around all of these areas here. So here comes the second one. Let's go. So these are, of course, probably no problem for this car. As you can see, we don't have off-road tires. We have quite a normal tires, but oh, but that looks very soft there. I'm probably not going there because we don't have any emergency vehicle in case we go like we're stuck. We don't have anything like a Defender or anything. So let's just go very wisely around here. Let's go here through this corner, and let's go up here, and here's going to be a waiting point probably, or is it? All right, let's see, we have some rocks in here. Let's see. So of course in an off-road car you want to go through the obstacle without any difficulties, and this is what the SsangYong Rexton does. Look at this. All right, so where's the cameraman? I mean, the cameraman must be absolutely miserable now because it's raining, it's 5 degrees outside. It's so bad. Let's just wait for him a little bit. Wow, so far I'm only driving a four-wheel drive, and I didn't need to use literally anything. We also have a winter mode here, which is probably for the slippery conditions. So right, so of course we will try to get a little bit more muddy. So it's the cameraman ready. We're only two of us here, so yeah, let's see. Wow, so we have some rocks in here in this very corner. It's all right. This is absolutely without any problem for the mighty Rexton. You can also turn on the view, and you have really high quality cameras. Look at this. This is really high quality cameras. So that's great. You can change the view. You can have full wide. You can have full range view. So that is perfect. And here are the diagonals where we are going to give it beans a little bit. So can we do that actually? Wow. Okay, but he's probably waiting for me to come there. We're gonna do this as well. Let's just have fun. By the way, I'm here for the first time. So we have a diesel engine in this car to help us with this. 202 horses. And can we do this? It's a hill climb. Whew, I think this might be a little bit interesting. For this we will probably need quite a lot of power. We will need those 202 horsepower and 414 Newton meters of torque. Look at what's ahead of us. That's actually incredible. So what we're gonna do is not gonna put it in the lock because we need the power. We are going to, well, we're gonna try it. Let's just try a minute. Ooh. Wow, it did it without any problem. That's amazing, actually. Okay. So now it's gonna be the hill descent, where we are going to use the hill descent control, which is this button over here. Okay, so we have the hill descent control on, but I see absolutely nothing. Okay, but here I have all of my cameras here, so I can see where I'm going. What is this fucking bloody hell? It is gonna help me. Well, I'm gonna do it with my feet because this is really steep. I mean, wow, this is amazing work by the SsangYong Rexton. Wow, this car is really tackling off-road very well. I mean, we must make it a little bit more difficult, the life for the car. Where is my cameraman? I cannot see the guy. Where is he? I don't know. All right, let's try to turn around in this muddy area. Okay, so let's try to go up this way. Maybe it's a little bit less steep. Ooh, but this might be quite a little bit of a trouble. Wow. All right, I think let's do it. Let's turn the hill descent off. We got winter mode on. We need some power. Wow, this car. This is amazing. Wow, what a car. I mean, it's like a Range Rover. Really, it's so good off-road. Is it okay to go there?
What?
Is it okay to go there?
Yeah.
Or am I going to like crash very badly?
Probably.
Let's try.
Okay.
Put the hill descent control on, put the cameras on so I know where I'm going, and I'm not sure. Let me just go back a little bit. Okay, I think this is it. All right, we got the hill descent control on, but this is going to be my oh. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so this wasn't very good because we just basically crashed. We slipped so badly on the mat. Wow. Let's see if the car is okay, actually, because I'm really worried. I don't know. Was it a big crash or what? Oh yeah, the car seems to be okay. And we just crashed into a ditch. Alright, so here on the off-road area of Slovakia Ring, we found out that when you need to do your off-road activities with your SsangYong Rexton, it does it very well. It has a locking differential for when the situation is really tough, and all around is great. The articulation was great, the powerful engine gets you off the mat easily. I mean, the angles, the departure angles, all the angles for driving off-road are great. So if you need to go off-roading with your Rexton, it really does it very well. And now let's see how it drives on the road, because what they did is that they maximized the off-road platform that it's sitting on to be also very good on the road. So let's see how it does that. Okay, so now we're done with our off-road business. We're driving normally, we're driving home, and on the road you'll be very glad to know that this car can also drive on the road pretty well. So what SsangYong did is that they maximized the potential, or they maximized the bad thing which is with this car. The bad thing that is good in off-road, but of course is not very good on the road, and it's the quad frame chassis it's laying on, and it's connected to the rest of the car with 8 bolts. So this is normally with a car with a frame, they are normally worse on the road. But what they did is that they put the double wishbone front axle, and we have a 10-link multi-link axle in the rear. And what this does is that they maximize the driving capabilities of the car on the road. The suspension itself is quite soft, which you feel in the corners, but the car is of course then quite comfortable on normal roads. But with the handling, this suspension setup is doing this car so well. I mean, it's making it really driving really well. So in terms of the unit that's powering us, we've got the 2.2 liter EXDI diesel that puts out 202 horsepower and just over 400 newton meters of torque, something I think around 414 newton meters of torque. It's connected to the wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission, which is shifting gears softly, quite leisurely, I would say. But then again, it really is in par with the overall feeling of the car. You want to drive this car, you know, comfortably and leisurely, not driving it like an animal, to be honest. So it's doing it quite well. And what it's also good at is that it's actually giving it a very good miles per gallon, or liters per 100 kilometers. I'm going to tell you, because in the city you can drive in between 9 and 13 liters, and on the motorway at 140 kilometers, so around 80 miles an hour, you can drive for 10.5 liters per 100 kilometers of fuel. And on the B-rolls, as we're doing now, we're doing 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers. So considering that this car has 2.1 tons of weight, that's actually really great. The other thing is the steering, which is quite long, I have to say. Into the corners you really have to steer quite hard and quite deep with the steering wheel, but overall you have a really good feedback, so that's nice. The steering wheel is heated, as are the front seats and the rear seats as well. The front seats are also has also like cooling, so that's great. You have some classical USB-A ports here, you have wireless charging, so this car really has everything, and the interior is beautifully made. I mean, you have some hard touch plastics here, but it's looking very nice. You have some leather on the dashboard, some leather in the doors, in the door panels, very nice leather seats, and the ride is very calm. It's really, this car is actually really quiet inside. Of course, it's not going to be as quiet as a new Range Rover that costs twice as much in a standard car than this, but considering this car costs under 50,000, this is really impressive. And also the engine, now I'm doing 130 kilometers and I'm still doing under 2000 RPM, so that is very nice. So overall, the experience of driving this car is really perfect. The driving position is how people in big off-roaders like it. It's really commanding, it's really high. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good experience driving this car, and as we've seen, it's very capable off the road. So this car might actually be everything you need. Okay, so let me just show you the rest of the car. So the rear seats and the boot come with me to the rear. So you have a shade here, you have dual heating seats, and there is a lot of space in the back. And what you can do, you can adjust the recline just like this, and I can really stretch out here. I can sit here like a president, and I can even sleep here. That's amazing. The sitting position like this, it's perfect. It's really great. Wow. So, and that is really good on this place where you can have a presidential seating. Otherwise, you have two USB connectors there. You have some space for the bottle. So in the back of the SsangYong Rexton is really great. So let me just get back the seat to the original position. And let's go to the electrically opening tailgate. Let's go to the boot. And of course, it's not the fastest tailgate in the world. But when you open the boot, you have 1,051 liters capacity. And it's just huge. It's amazingly huge. You have some 12-volt socket inside. You have some huge bins on the side of the boot. So it's really, I mean, it's amazing how practical this car really is. So yeah, that would be about it to the rest of the car. And now let's sum it up. All right, so I have to be only positive about the SsangYong Rexton because it's really a complete package. The car is really, really comfortable in the front, in the back. It's really practical in the boot. It drives very well thanks to the double wishbone front suspension, 10-link, multi-link suspension in the back. It's amazing in the off-road thanks to its 2.2-liter diesel engine, thanks to its great four-wheel drive system. I mean, it's such a great package, and it all costs under 50,000 euros. And that's probably the best part of it, because other cars from this category, from this size, cost more than 70,000 very usually. So this is really, really a great car. And if you like the design of it, which I do, go ahead and buy it. It's really great. Goodbye.